Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Two Moms and Some Labels. Two Moms and Some Labels is a platform for parents and caregivers caring for a child with a disability to come together in a shared space to network, commune, and just share and gain ideas on how to persevere through challenging times. My name is Brittany, and today on this episode, it's called The Doctor, Author, and Special Needs Mom. And so, Two Moms and Some Labels. I created this name because I'm like, as a special needs parent, we have all these labels that are always thrown at us, given to our children. We have to have so many different titles, juggle so many different hats. And so that's what the labels means. And so I thought that this is no better way than to name this episode The Doctor, the Author, the Special Needs Mom. I mean, it's so many labels, so many titles. And I'm just going to let my guest take it away from me and just introduce herself, and we're going to get started talking about this important topic with all these different labels and things that we carry as special needs moms. There's no one better to explain their journey and tell us how she persevered through it all. That's what we're all about. So without further ado, Dr. Erika Bush, if you would like to go ahead and take it away.
Thank you. First, I want to thank you for inviting me to this amazing podcast. I absolutely love your platform and what you are doing. And I thank you for the opportunity for me to share my journey. So thank you first. So a little bit about me. I hail from Savannah, Georgia. My life's path has been shaped by commitment to service, instilled in me at a young age. This calling led me to enlist in the United States Air Force immediately after high school, where I learned the art of service, but I also encounter with the world of health and wellness. As a mother, I have 4 remarkable children. My life is a whirlwind of, I'd like to say, generational diversity. 2 of my children are navigating the challenges of college life. One is navigating high school, and my youngest is taking her first steps into the world of education in the 1st grade. Each one of them holds, obviously, a special place in my heart and stand as my proudest achievement. So my journey, my journey into the realm of wellness was in many ways catalyzed by my eldest daughter's health struggles. She battled with a range of issues from asthma to allergies, autoimmune conditions, and alopecia. It was an experience, to find myself rushing her to the emergency room 1 or 2 times a month, watching her grapple with the consequences of these conditions. Traditional medicine offered relief, but oftentimes it felt like we were really managing symptoms rather than addressing some of the root causes. In my quest to find alternative and holistic solutions to her health challenges, I discovered the transformative power of chiropractic care, which is a holistic approach to health that focuses on optimizing the body's natural healing abilities by addressing spinal misalignments. I also encountered through our experience naturopathic approaches, which emphasizes natural remedies, herbal medicines, dietary and lifestyle adjustments. So witnessing the positive changes in my daughter's health inspired me to dive a little deeper into the field. Simultaneously, I pursued a certification as a personal trainer through the American Council on Exercise, eager just to gain a deeper understanding of exercise and wellness. And this journey, it coincided with my pursuit of my bachelor's degree in health sciences. My commitment to holistic health deepened when my son, who is now in high school, developed vitiligo, which is another autoimmune condition. So I became this fervent researcher, delving into vitamins and minerals and finding ways to slow the progression of the condition. I spent night after night poring over medical and health information, determined to enhance my child's quality of life. As a single mother of 3 at the time, I made the life-changing decision to return to school to earn my doctorate in chiropractic. I wanted to help not only my own family, but also share the knowledge and blessings I had gained with others that were facing similar challenges. Let's fast forward once more. So my youngest daughter, who is 6, she was born prematurely at 29 weeks, spending 6 weeks in the NICU. It was trying, emotionally taxing, as I watched my precious baby fight for her life. I too faced postpartum eclampsia, a condition that added to the complexity of our journey. And in the weeks leading up to her birth, I pleaded with the medical team to intervene, sensing something was amiss. Although I was classified as a high-risk pregnancy, my concerns were not taken seriously. So my daughter's early years, of course, were marked by frequent hospitalizations due to respiratory issues and infections. Initially, she was diagnosed with developmental delays, of course, attributed to premature birth. She began physical and occupational therapies to catch up. However, my maternal intuition told me that something was not quite right. So a second opinion, after being on a specialist wait list, changed the course of her diagnosis. The specialist reviewed her previous MRI and promptly updated her condition to periventricular leukomalacia and cerebral palsy. So my backstory, my journey has been filled with challenges, heartache, but it's also been a source of inspiration and transformation. My personal experiences with the limitations of traditional medicine and the power of holistic approaches shape my mission and my purpose. So today, I am dedicated to promoting wellness through chiropractic and holistic practices. And, my mission is to empower individuals, especially my mamas of children who have disabilities, to prioritize self-care and embrace holistic approaches to health. So that's a little bit about my background.
Nice. Oh my gosh. It's, so much as parents of children with special needs, or just even just having children that have some type of medical condition, going on, like to the extent that we will go to figure out the root cause and answer. Because a lot of times, I always say too, when we go to the hospitals, we go to the doctors, and we are referred to them, or, we're researching the doctors. A lot of them sometimes are just going by what they have read in a book. They're going by, what they may have experienced or been told from other patients that they may have had. But every individual is different. And you cannot judge or diagnose or, treat someone based on just everything on how you treated a previous or past patient. And so as parents, that's why it's so important for us, when we have these children with medical complexities, to go, and on our own and research all of these different diagnoses and symptoms and things that we have been given or told, or we have observed with our children, because somewhere in there we know the doctor may have said this, but that's not what this is. The doctor may have said our child's not going to do this, but that's not what the future of my child is going to be. So, we have to go and we have to do our own work. We have to put in the work. And again, this comes in where are the labels come into play. We have to be a doctor, a PT, a OT. We have to be everything to figure out what is going on with our child and how we can help them, because we cannot go by just what a book says and have placed on our child saying that this is what their condition is.
Absolutely.
And, so this is so important, and it's so amazing that you took this journey going through all of this, just doing this research on its own as a job in itself. And when you were going through school, I mean, was your daughter still in the NICU then when you were going to school, right?
Well, actually, I finished chiropractic school 1 year before she was born.
Okay.
Yes.
And so when you were dealing, because I'm sure you were still researching and doing all that too after. So how are you juggling all of this with your other kids also too?
You know what? A lot of prayer.
Yes.
First and foremost, a lot of prayer.
Yeah.
But just learning just different ways to cope, and I continue to grow in that area, learning very coping skills and how to manage all of these things at the same time, and managing my children and their activities and their challenges. And as I said, I have generational children that's going through different things at different times,
Yeah.
so it was definitely a challenge. but I employed a lot of different skills to, to manage getting through that time.
And then, also just being able to apply everything that you had learned and were going through, and then turn to the holistic approach. I mean, I feel like that is so important, and a lot of us this is a long topic. We can go on for hours talking about the holistic approach, because American medicine, we know it's filled with giving us prescriptions and so forth and so on. And that's not what our body needs. Our body needs things from the earth that are natural. And I know so many times when I go to the doctor and they try to push medicines, I'm like, no, we're going to not do that. We're going to start slow or find an alternative or something like that. And, I wish a lot more parents were vocal and spoke up also too, to help their child, because we don't know what the long-term effects are of a lot of these medications. And then, you can't give this medicine at this time or that time because it might interact. And I mean, it's just so much with that. And we don't know if the medicine may be causing them to get sicker or cause another diagnoses with the conditions they already have. So the holistic approach, I feel like that's so important for me in my journey with my child. And I try to be as natural as I can, when caring for my child and choosing the doctors and choosing like formulas and things like that. And parents, this is where I also say too, make sure that you're advocating for your child, because you have the right. It's your child. This doctor or whoever is prescribing you whatever, they're not the ones that is going to be with your child all day. They're not taking care of them. They're not missing work. They're not at the hospital all, for days and weeks and months at a time with your child. So you have to be the one to speak up and stand up, because you know your child best. And, it's okay if you want to step outside of what the doctor is telling you to figure out what's going to work best for your child. And
Yes.
you also managed to become an author, as we said, and you wrote a book. And so can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, absolutely. So I embarked on a journey of writing books as a means to, share meaningful messages and provide support to individuals and families facing unique challenges, particularly in the context of special needs. My first book, The Amazing Things I Can Do, it was inspired by a heartfelt conversation I had with my daughter, and it captures the essence of our dialogue when she realized that she couldn't walk like mommy. So the book was penned with the intention of instilling into her and other children the unwavering belief that despite any challenges they may encounter, that all of our children are inherently unique and possess incredible abilities worth celebrating. So it is my hope that that book serves as a source of encouragement for children, reminding them how amazing they are. I have recently completed a 60-day guided journal called Chosen Hearts, and that's tailored for moms of children who have disabilities. And that journal is designed to provide moms with a valuable resource for their own well-being. Because as we know, parenting a child that has special needs can be emotionally and physically demanding. And so my aim with the journal is to offer a safe space for reflection, self-care, and personal growth. And just to serve as a supportive tool to help these incredible moms navigate the challenges that they face, providing prompts and guidance to help them find balance and strength and resilience. So for me, writing is a personal journey of healing. It's growth. And I believe that through words, I can extend that sense of hope and empowerment to others. So it's, it's been great.
And that sometimes that is all we need as parents of children with special need is words of expression, of thought, because we get so wrapped up and caught up in our own lives and dealing with our children and doing things for them. And we are so isolated at times that we just need to pick up a book or, see something come across our screen or hear from somebody, just a word of encouragement, or inspiration to be able to continue to push along on this journey. So I think that is so amazing and inspirational. And I hope that it's able to give a lot of parents, that encouragement to continue to keep going and push for, whatever it is that their aspirations and goals may be. And the children's book that you wrote, can you tell us what the name of your book is? Is there more than one? Where can we find the book?
So the children's book is called The Amazing Things We Do, and it's on Amazon right now. The journal for moms will be actually on Amazon next week.
Nice.
Yes, absolutely. And the journal is called Chosen Hearts.
Chosen Hearts. Beautiful. And so make sure that you go and you pick up both book, the journal and the children's book. And, I just feel like it's so important for parents, especially when they have children that are typical children and a child with special needs, to be able to have a resource like this so that they can understand a little bit of how their sibling may perceive things or how they may be feeling, and just get a little bit more understanding of how to just communicate and care for their sibling.
Absolutely.
And also, I'm not sure, if you're going to be putting your book somewhere else, like at a special needs gym or something, possibly in the future, or
yeah, well, right now the amazing things I can do is at Sensory Town.
Okay, see there, yes.
So, and I plan to have it in some more places, but right now it's at Town.
Okay, and so go to Sensory Town. When you go to Sensory Town, make sure that you get the book also. And Sensory Town is also a place for children with special needs. It's an inclusive gym. So that is so great that your book is able to be there, so that our children can feel included in, different environments as well. And then, we have to get on to the doctor part also. You do the holistic medicine, you are a chiropractor. Can you tell us the name of your business, how you service people, how they can be able to get an appointment?
Yeah, sure. So I recently started my mobile chiropractic practice, driven by a deep passion for promoting wellness through chiropractic care and holistic practices. My mission is grounded in empowering individuals with a special focus on my moms that have children with special needs to prioritize self-care and embrace holistic approaches to health. Recognizing the unique challenges that mothers like me face, I'm committed to not only supporting the well-being of these moms, but also empowering their children to lead healthier lives. So my decision to provide mobile chiropractic just stems from my desire to be a wellness advocate. As we talked about, we have to advocate for our families, right? To be a wellness advocate and to make holistic healthcare accessible and convenient. I believe that our well-being should not be a luxury or a challenge to attain, right? So by offering those chiropractic mobile, I aim to break down barriers to access and ensure that individuals and families can access the care and support they need wherever they may be. So that's why I started to practice mobile, because I wanted my families to feel comfortable in their space.
Well, besides that, also, how hectic our lives can be. And we already have to travel, all across the world to go to and from appointments. So, it's so good to be able to have something that we can have for our own health and well-being to have come to us to be able to serve our needs. Not only mentally, but physically as well, because we all know also, if you have a child that is, maybe non-mobile, that, lifting your child, and they only get bigger, they don't get smaller most of the time. So, using all your muscles and all that. You got to try to stay healthy enough to be able to continue to do those things.
Absolutely.
Or if you have to, chase a child around, it's just so many different things. And if we don't take our health seriously and put our health first, then how will we be able to care for someone else? So
Because we can't pour from a cup.
right.
I do that, So when I designed this practice, I had to step back and say, what is it that I need as a mom?
Yeah.
What is it that I need? Because there's a challenge. I'm taking my daughter to physical therapy. I'm going to occupational therapy. When do I have time to get to an appointment for myself? When am I taking that time to pour into myself so that I can have the energy to run these multiple places and do all of these things and and meet these expectations. So I had to step back and I designed it based on what I needed as a mom.
And then a lot of times too, a lot of moms say that they have that mom guilt. They feel guilty about leaving their children and their families to go and do something for themselves outside of the home. So, the service can come to you. You have no reason to feel guilty about anything.
That's right. That's right. Because mom guilt is real. It's real, So that's why I decided to provide those services. So within the services, I offer wellness chiropractic care, focusing on the body's natural healing abilities, addressing the spinal misalignments, because chiropractic care can help relieve pain, improve mobility, and enhance overall wellness. The holistic wellness coaching, I offer personalized wellness coaching to guide individuals in making sustainable lifestyle changes, covering areas of basic nutrition, exercise, stress management, and holistic health practices. Educational resources. In addition to my in-person services, I provide educational materials to support individuals and their families on their wellness journey. And the resources are designed to encourage self-reflection, personal growth, and self-care. And like I said, to enhance accessibility, chiropractic, I come to you in the comfort of your own home, ensuring that individuals with busy schedules or mobility issues or anything like that can still access the care that they need. So that's what I offer, and I also community, actively engaging in the community or social media, trying to promote awareness of health and wellness. And my aim is to create a supportive network of individuals and families who share a commitment to well-being. So my goal is not only to address the immediate health concerns, but also to empower individuals with the knowledge and tools to proactively manage their health and lead fulfilling lives, because we all deserve the opportunity to thrive. And I'm dedicated to making that a reality through my comprehensive and compassionate approach to wellness. So that's, again, we can't pour from an empty cup.
Right. And a lot of people too are uneducated or have a lack of knowledge rather about chiropractic care. And when they think about chiropractic care, the first thing they may think about is, oh, I got in an accident or something, so they're just going to go and crack my back and put me back my bones back in place to where they're supposed to be at. But it's more to it than that. And even just relieving those parts of the body, like everything connects together. And where there's a pain somewhere, it's connected to somewhere in your brain.
That's right.
And it's so important for people to realize that. And this will help you also too, I'm sure, get away from taking the over-the-counter pain medications, prescription medications, and things like that, because everything is connected in your body somehow, somewhere. So doing your research on that is very important. And Dr. Erika, she is able to provide this knowledge and education to you so that you can start living a healthier and better and more informed lifestyle. Because remember, we want you to be here for the long run, and definitely feeding our bodies with the most natural forms of medicine and foods. I mean, the list goes on, is so important for the longevity of our lives.
Right. That's right.
Yeah. And so with your mobile chiropractic business, do you take insurance? Is it self-pay? How does that work?
So right now, I am currently getting into network with some insurance providers.
Okay.
So right now, my goal is to make sure that care is affordable and it's accessible. So right now, I currently offer payment plans, and I also offer sliding scale fees as well.
Nice.
And my mothers, they get adjusted. Their children get adjusted for free.
Wow.
They get adjusted for free. So I try to make it very affordable because I want to educate the community about the options that they have. There's
Yeah.
a place for traditional medicine, but there's also a place for complementary and alternative medicine as well. And I want my moms and my families to know that they have a choice.
Yeah.
They have a choice, and so if I can provide that education and I can provide those services, then that's my mission, to get it out there.
And it's so great also too that you offer, a payment plan and the sliding scale fee, because it can be so difficult, especially for parents of children with special needs, to
Yeah.
be able to afford to keep, their health first, because it gets expensive
It does.
buying supplies, equipment, medications or what have you for your children. I mean, just everything has went up. It's expensive.
It is.
So for you to be able to be relatable to your client base and understand what their needs are, again, mentally, physically, and financially, is just amazing that you're able to do that. And then also to know that it's coming from someone that has the experience of dealing with having a child with special needs, and what that brings on your body and your soul, and just your mental all together. So being able to have you service this community and knowing that you can relate is just awesome. I always say it's so good when we're able to have someone that is actually going through the same things that we are going through or have been through, because you can understand us better than going to, another doctor that has just seen the person come in and out the door, and this is not the lifestyle that they are living or have to live.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. And like I said, when I designed it, I had
um,
to take a step back and say, what is it that I need? And
yeah.
then I know how to provide what's needed.
Hmm.
I understand about those financial constraints, and I
Yeah.
understand things because, as you said, it's expensive.
Yeah.
Expensive. And so the first thing that we do as moms is put ourselves back on the back burner because our children and our
Hmm.
families come first, and we put ourselves on the back burner.
Yeah.
You know, I've been through caregiver burnout. I know what that is. I know how it felt to take an ambulance ride to the
Yeah.
hospital, and I was having a heart attack, but I was having major anxiety because I
Yeah.
had reached that point of caregiver burnout.
Yes. And so, it's real. And, you know, again, this space is a place where we want for our parents to be able to gain ideas on how you can persevere. So that means physically, mentally, we want you to be on a healthy track, a track where you are not, bogged down with so much stress.
Yes,
We want you to take care of yourself first, and know that it's okay that you're putting yourself first, because again, like Dr. Erika said, if you don't take care of yourself, if you're not pouring into your own cup, then who's going to do it? you know um and life is just too short to not think about all these things and think about your health and your needs to be able to care for your loved ones.
absolutely.
um and so how can they make an appointment? Do you have a website, or do they just call you if they wanted to set up an appointment?
They can call me. They can my website is dr.erikabush.com,
Hmm.
and then they can send me an email,
Okay.
and that's at drerika@tnrb.org. And then they can reach out to me at 904-382-5452.
And so do they have to have any type of referral or anything like that?
Nope, no referral.
Nice.
Referral.
So there's a sliding scale fee, there's payment plans. You don't have to have a referral. Dr. Erika is going to come to you to service your needs, and help you start putting your health first if you're not already, and start looking at your view from a more natural and holistic point of view, and just giving you another view of this, of your world that you're looking at, aside from the doctor's appointments and things like that. So maybe this might help you be able to lessen your doctor's appointments. Dr. Erika has the education for you. If you want a consultation or something, I'm sure you can talk with her and just get more information about how the services work, and how chiropractic care can really serve your body, and your mental as well. And I know I wanted to say that when I first asked Dr. Erika, or when I first met her, I was just in awe. Like, my mouth dropped to the floor when you said that you would be on the podcast. I was just like, oh my gosh, it just felt like an honor to be able to talk to you, to meet you, to be able to see someone that looks like me, just doing great things for the community, doing great things for our children with special needs. It's so hard for me to go out and be able to reach the community of people that look like us. And I always say, whenever I go out, I don't really see a lot of people that look like myself or my daughter. And it was just so amazing to be able to see you and your books and your daughter, and just all the accomplishments that you have been able to do through everything that you've had to go through with your children, and being a single mom, becoming a doctor, an author. I mean, it's just so amazing, and I'm so thankful and grateful, and it really is such an honor to be able to have you on our platform and be able to talk with you, and you share your story. And I really hope that it inspires our mothers, fathers, to just know that anything is possible. What somebody may have said was going to be your journey, that does not have to be your journey. You can push forward through that. Just believe and put your faith first, and just keep going. Don't give up. And oh my gosh, I'm just so thankful that you were able to come on and talk with us today and tell us about your story and your business, and just your books. I'm just so thankful. And again, you guys can go visit Dr. Erika's website, drerikabush.com. You can give her a call, you can email her. Make sure that if you're over at Sensory Town, you can purchase her books. You can go on Amazon. And then, do you have Facebook?
I do have Facebook. Yes. Yep. It's under Erika Bush DC.
Okay. And then what's your Instagram? Because you have an IG too, right?
Yes, I have an IG too. It is at dr.erika_B.
Okay. And so, on there, she shares some beautiful pictures of her family. And I mean, her story is just amazing. Again, it's inspirational. I mean, it's just amazing. And again, oh my gosh, I thank you so much for coming on, Dr. Erika, and taking the time to speak with me.
I thank you.
Yes. And so if you have any questions, make sure you reach out and start putting your health first.
That's right.
And I hope, this again gives you guys some inspiration to keep pushing forward, moving forward, get that care that you need. And thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Two Moms and Some Labels. And until next time, we will see you all on the next episode. Thank you for